Hello everyone and welcome to another Eclectic book diary. Today's video is going to be a review of a manga actually, which is the Apothecary Diaries, or as it's called in German, the Tagesbücher der Apothekerin. I have read both the German edition and the English editions of the available manga so far. We have 4 available volumes with I think another 4 already set to be released in the upcoming months. I believe the 5th one is going to be released in July, so very soon. So this manga is actually based on a series of light novels written by Natsu Hyuuga, I believe. I hope I'm pronouncing the name in a right manner. I'm gonna be butchering a lot of names in here, so bear with me. Then the manga is actually written by Natsu Hyuuga and Itsuki Nanao. Again, hope I'm pronouncing that right. And the illustration is done by Toko Shino. This manga focuses on the story of a young lady called Mao Mao, which she was originally trained in the art of herbal medicine. However, one day when she was gathering some herbs, I believe, she got kidnapped and then got sold or something of that nature, and then she ended up working as a low-ranking servant in the inner palace. Now, this inner palace is actually where the consorts and concubines of the emperor live. However, because of how smart and observant Mao Mao is, she actually ends up breaking a quote-unquote curse that has been affecting the imperial heiress, and because of that she ends up attracting the attention of a very handsome eunuch, goes by the name Jinchi, and at the same time she gets promoted to become a food taster for one of these inner palace consorts. Now, as I said, Mao Mao has a very observant personality. She's very witty, very smart, and she pretty much has also this righteous vibe about her. She's a very curious person in general, and her mind is very keen on little details. Because of that, Jinchi himself starts to include her into other manners that has nothing to do with just like food tasting, and she ends up kind of solving mysteries here and there. And these mysteries, even though they seem unconnected, some of which we get to discover that they are kind of fundamentally connected, and others they don't seem as linked. However, I have a deep suspicion that these mysteries that she is solving are gonna lead to something more serious or more impactful towards her as a person, not just in the inner palace, but there is like this alluring thing behind her story almost, or her background, that we are slowly but surely getting to discover during this manga. I don't want to go into like spoilery events or anything like that. Evidently there are hints here and there, but they are very scattered and they aren't very coherent in general, and maybe in the future things will pick up more and we will get to know things of her past better. This is just like a speculation after all on my part, but that's what I felt during these 4 volumes. The genre, I believe, of this story has a lot of mystery, but also reliant on like a historical period set. So in general, the story is very entertaining. It's very captivating because of the mysterious element, but also because of the characters themselves. Like, they are very adorable. There are a lot of quirky moments, but they are quirky in the sense of this specific set, this specific conditions that this manga relies on. I believe it's a harem-related manga, which I don't know that much about, to be honest. This is like, I'm not that equipped about like manga in general. I have only recently started to read more and more manga. I feel like I am on a kind of a manga journey right now. This is actually my first review ever of any sort of a manga, like a specific review. I've never done a designated review of a manga before. Since I became very involved recently with reading more mangas, I thought that this is only appropriate, I guess. So yeah, as I said, the story is very mysterious. It is in a historical setting. The mysteries that are being presented in here are also very intriguing. I am personally very fond of Mao Mao. She is presented as highly gifted when it comes to her apothecary skills and her ability to solve these mysteries around her, but she is also a bit oblivious to certain like personal connections. Specifically, I would say her interaction with Junshi and some other characters in the manga as well. She's very lovable. Like, you can actually easily follow her story and root for her. And I believe that this story is pretty much very underrated, because I've personally never heard anyone talking about it before. I have discovered it while I was in a bookshop and I was in the manga section, and just the covers literally caught my eyes, and I actually got them because of that, to be completely honest. But then I read the first one and I was completely hooked, and I immediately read the second one afterwards, and I have restrained myself from continuing, and then I continued this month with the other two available mangas, as I said, volume 3 and volume 4, and I have deeply fallen in love with the story and Mao Mao as a character specifically. I love her, she's my favorite. I would love to see an anime adaptation of this one as well. It would be absolutely epic. In this manga specifically, I feel like the original art is very much my style, or my preferred style, and I would love to see that more like in color, because the colors on the covers are pretty much very epic, and I feel like if it's transferred well into an anime adaptation, it would be really cool. So I hope that that will happen one day. Everything about this manga deserves so much more hype, in my opinion. So yeah, what more to say about this? I love this manga. I hope more people would pick it up, and I can't wait to read more about it. And I also hope you enjoyed today's video. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoy this type of content, feel free to subscribe, and I hope you're having a wonderful day or evening whenever you're watching this, and I also hope you will join me on the next one. Until then, take care. Bye bye.